I'm reminiscing today.
What you reminiscing
Well,
about?
we just played it in. Kelsey scored a touchdown last week. And, of course, as we get ready for the title games on Sunday, what do you know Andy Reid's going to be on Championship Sunday? Because Andy Reid is always on Championship Sunday. This will be his 6th consecutive championship game. After going to all the great championship games with the Eagles, 5 of them, including 4 in a row, and you were a big part of that, Hugh. And I know sometimes things run their course and they end. But I just can't get past this as I get ready to watch these games this weekend. The Eagles, about a decade ago, a little longer than that, moved on from one of the 5 greatest coaches, I believe when he's all said and done, he'll be remembered as that, in NFL history. And we're sitting here today and yesterday, in this last 8 or 9 days, talking about a head coach that half this town or more doesn't believe in anymore. The Eagles miss Andy Reid. I miss Andy Reid. I'm serious. They've never replaced him. The stability he brought.
Bad analogy, Ty. You know what this reminds me of?
What is it?
Okay, this is a bad analogy, and y'all going to have to excuse me for this one. But this one is pretty
Go ahead.
bad. Say, like, for instance, you have a girlfriend, and, like, she's a little rotund. She's a little heavy. And she can cook. Like, she's a great person, great woman. And this could apply for guys, too, because I don't want to think I'm just being a, chauvinist.
Partner, your partner.
Yeah. So it applies both ways. But, like, they are a great person, great personality, great at parties and everything. Pretty face. A little heavy. And you can't get past that. And then all of a sudden she go somewhere else. She go get the Planet Fitness. She see Megan Thee Stallion do the whole Planet Fitness thing, and she start getting in shape, and then she gets super fine, or he gets super fine. Then you start reminiscing like, dang, I kind of messed up. You can't do that, Joe.
So I am doing it. Like, it's natural. You can't
Joe.
not do it.
You can't.
So you're saying that Andy post Philadelphia, like, he found Planet Fitness.
Yes,
out there.
he did.
Yeah.
He
figuratively, because I don't think he
you
did.
both
actually.
had to grow as individuals. And you are probably both, like, I don't know what you're doing, because most times when dudes reminiscing like that, they probably then fell off, and the next significant other that they have is probably not that attractive. But that's what Andy's done. So Andy went somewhere and got fine.
He did, and it's weird to say it that way, but he got fine. He's in his 6th straight title game.
That's what I'm saying.
He might win his 3rd Super Bowl in a few weeks. So I think, we always do bad analogies. That's actually a pretty good one. You know why, Hugh? Because I think it's natural. Here's the reality. The Eagles, or, you in this case, if we're using the analogy, have done fine, good, a championship, 2 Super Bowl trips without this guy, right? You've moved on, or whatever, person, partner, man, woman, whatever.
Yes.
The Eagles moved on, and they've been good. He's done better. And I can't get out of my head that the Eagles have had 3 coaches past Andy. The first one ended in disaster. The second one ended kind of, kind of disappointing way, considering he won the first Super Bowl here. And this one is trending towards not good. Let's just be real. I know they went to the Super Bowl last year, but we have a coach now that a lot of people believe is 1 foot out the door anyway. So we might be on our 4th coach a year from now, post Andy. Meanwhile, he might play for the Super Bowl again. Andy Reid, in 2 weeks, could have 6 straight title game appearances and three rings.
She been working out at Planet Fitness, man. She done got super fine. I get it. I've seen that so many times before. But you can't do that, Joe. I think that when you look at Coach Reid's time here, and I have a unique perspective because I had a chance to talk to Jaws when he was at ESPN. We were at ESPN one day, and I remember I was all in my feels when they were talking about firing Coach Reid. And Jaws was walking to where he was going. He said, "Hey, Hugh," he said, "man, it's time. He needs to move on." And he said it just like that. He said that the message has gotten stale. And to hear Jaws say it like that, he was right. Like, you have a shelf life as a coach where you go out and your message is only as good as the people that it resonates with. And for whatever reason, Coach Reid's message got stale here in Philadelphia. And to Mr. Lurie's credit, he moved on when he had to. He knew that. And I would say this. We both got out of it. Like, this is the perfect analogy, because we both got out of a relationship what we wanted in the beginning. We both got rings.
Totally.
Both got rings out of it. And, unfortunately for us, we're back in the dating pool somewhat, because the girlfriend that we got right now, we're looking at her kind of sideways.
Yes, we are.
Because, we caught her out somewhere doing some things that we was like, hold up. Or guy.
We got a rocky relationship.
Yeah, we got a little bit. Yeah, we got some tough patches that we're going through, but we're willing to try to work it out. So I think that we both got what we wanted out of it.
I'll frame it this way, and I'm curious what people think. 215-592-9494. I believe if you gave the Eagles truth serum and you said, do you miss Andy? They would say yes. They don't have any stability. They don't. It's up and down, up and down. Andy's the ultimate stability in the NFL. He's the ultimate one for two plus decades now. And I'll just speak for myself on this. I miss Andy. I miss what Andy brings. Andy Reid is a great coach. They haven't had a great coach since he walked out the door, and I don't know the next time they're going to have one.
It's the stability.
That's it.
You miss the stability. And for whatever reason, we don't have that right now. We're for lack of a better word that I could think of right now, we're in turmoil.
And so when Andy was here, the positive was stability. The negative was there was no real return, right? There was no championship.
Yes.
He's now married the two. He has stability and he accumulates rings.
But that's you look at what they've been able to do in Kansas City. What's the GM name? Veach?
Brett Veach, yeah.
Brett
Who was
Veach?
here at one point.
Yes, he was here. Yeah. What they've done, and it's tough to do, but they've done a great job of it. Patience is something that when you talk about all NFL teams is lacking. You don't because the fan base, the pressure to win now is so great that you have to have a quick turnaround. Just like Coach Sirianni, 3 years in, 3 playoff appearances, he's starting to feel the pressure. That's the name of the game. The benefit that Coach Reid has had in Kansas City, because it's not been smooth. As a matter of fact, it wasn't smooth this year. Their receivers were pedestrian. They were super pedestrian. They're starting to play well now. Their defense last year was considered one of the worst. Now their defense this year is their strength. Mm-hmm. That's because he drafted well. They believed in the young players that they have. They developed their young players, and they allowed them to go play. Now, the formula that I have, I know a lot of people don't like it because I'm talking about starting young guys. But if you think about it, and this is the thing, it's going to be hard to do because I'm talking about more of the long term. Even though it's a short-term fix, mm-hmm. It's a long-term goal. We got too many mercenaries, in my opinion, on this team.
Oh, especially defense.
Yes, we have too many mercenaries. We don't have enough guys on this squad that know what it is to be a Philadelphia Eagle. I mean, to be in this community. You hear guys say it, and it's not taking shots at anybody because it's a lot of guys that have come into this community and made it their own. But it's something different when you've been birthed into this thing. And, you hear stories of the Seth Joyners and Jerome Browns and things like that. It's just different. Even though, I came from somewhere else, there's a difference between me and Ike Reese. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of the situation. Ike was drafted here. Ike was a day one Philadelphia Eagle. And that's why the city loves him the way that they do, because Ike is one of them, and he understands what that means. It's something different, man, and it's something I can't explain to people, that when you get drafted here and you understand that, it's just you have a different mentality. You have a different feel for it.
And when you have patience with a team like Andy does at Kansas City, you could develop that. He's done that there. I mean, his run in Kansas City is remarkable. 6 straight title games. I keep hearing Mahomes has been in 6 straight title games. He has. I'm not trying to take anything away from Patrick Mahomes. He's one of the 5 greatest quarterbacks ever already. Andy Reid has also been in 6 straight title games. He outcoached McDermott last week. He might outcoach his former coach Harbaugh and win again on Sunday. Look, I get. I'm not trying to go back in time and say that they were stupid for what they did. They were 4-12.
It was the timing. It was time to move on.
It happens. But guess what? It's also human nature to move on from someone, whether it be a friendship or a relationship or whatever, as a fandom kind of thing, and say, I miss that guy.